So a few days ago, I was doing a coaching call with a client, and she was struggling because she's taking care of an elderly couple, and a lot's going on. And she also notices in her circle and around the communities how people sometimes treat each other so badly, and that really affects her, and she feels all the pain that people are feeling. She feels a lot of what people are going through, and it's hard for her. And I wanted to make a video on some of the things that I talked to her about and add a few things on top of that, because it's a topic that comes up a lot, and it's the topic of compassion, and I love sharing tools and ideas for this, because I always say we can't force being compassionate, being loving. We can't force those things. It has to come from a deep place. And she was struggling with, she was doing really well, by the way, but she was struggling with being around people that are always treating each other like crap, putting each other down, and speaking in a way that is not very kind. And I talked to her about things that she of course knows, but how when people treat you that way, when people, and of course if there's any kind of abuse, whether that's verbal, mental, emotional, physical, sexual abuse, like, please get the hell out of there, of course. But when you encounter people that are treating you bad, I've always kind of naturally put myself in their shoes, and I realize how, first of all, if they're treating me that way, I can't even imagine what it's like to live inside of them, inside of their mind, and with all the struggles they must be going through to be able to treat someone else that way. That shows you how they treat themselves. That shows you how they talk to themselves. So that naturally will shift you to a place of more compassion when you realize, like, holy crap, I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. I wouldn't want to be them. I wouldn't want to feel crappy enough on the inside to need to treat someone that way on the outside. Then you realize that it's not them talking to you. It's their unhealed wounds. It's their unhealed inner child that's still mad and pissed off and frustrated and hurt. It's the way maybe their parents talk to them. It's the way they were brought up. Maybe it's the way their friends treated them when they were young. Maybe they went through so much shit when they were young that they still haven't been able to heal. Some people go through their entire lives without being able to heal a lot of those deep, painful wounds. And when you start to see it from that place, you naturally start to feel a little more compassion. Because we've all gone through something. And it's not about comparing our childhoods, comparing our past, comparing our wounds, comparing our experiences. Like, yeah, but my childhood was harder than theirs. I was brought up in a way that was way tougher than what it's not about comparing, because that's not going to take you anywhere. Then we fall back into a victim mindset. And I don't mean that harshly. I mean that we've all been there too. But you start to realize, like, holy shit, I can't even imagine what they must have gone through for them to feel like it's okay to talk to people that way, for them to feel like it's normal to treat people that way, for them to not be able to be kinder. You realize how much pain is in their hearts. So it's not them talking, it's their pain talking to you. It's them showing you, let's take it a little deeper, at a soul level. So people that are not into spirituality, cool, you can leave now, that's okay. But at a soul level, their soul is showing you, look, this is what I've been through, this is what I've experienced in the past, this is the unhealed wounds still inside of this person. Can you be courageous enough now? Can you be kind enough? Can you be compassionate enough? Can you be loving enough to be the person in their life that they never had? Can you be kinder to them than anyone has ever been? Can you be more loving to them than anyone has ever been? Because think about the inner child thing that I mentioned. An unhealed inner child. So you can now see that, okay, this 63-year-old woman, it's actually her 6-year-old version that's talking right now. It's her unhealed 5-year-old version that's talking to me right now. So maybe that guy that's an asshole to you, maybe it's his 8-year-old version that's so hurt, that is in so much pain, that's the only way he knows how to treat people. Some people judge themselves so much on the inside, and before they fucking explode, they need to bring that out and judge someone else. Some people talk to themselves so shitty in here, so crappily, is that a word? So horribly in their minds, that eventually that needs to come out, or they can't even survive that. So when people treat me that way, I almost instantly now realize, like, wow, it breaks my heart. It actually breaks my heart. So someone can be talking shit to me and I'm feeling compassion. I don't have to go home and then revisit the whole experience and do a compassion meditation to be able to, like, right then. You don't need to say, like, hold up, I'm gonna meditate for 5 minutes and cultivate compassion. No, you can instantly shift the way you're looking at the situation. And of course, if it doesn't happen right away, that's fine. I wasn't born like well, we are all born loving and compassionate, then we're conditioned, but it takes time. It's okay, it takes time. Be gentle with yourself. But then you realize, like, wow, this person is lashing out at me because maybe they know at a deep level, at a soul level, that maybe I can handle it, that maybe I can be the one to show them kindness and compassion, that I'm not gonna lash back at them and start yelling to them, and just that maybe I can be compassionate, I can be kind, I can be loving. And you naturally, sorry about the noises, you naturally, over time, experience after experience, you start to cultivate that compassion. You start to be kinder naturally, like I said, without forcing it, without having a reminder on your phone that goes off every hour that says, be compassionate. It's okay if it takes time. It's okay. But put yourself in their shoes. Try to see from their perspective. Try to realize that I'm talking to their pain. I'm talking to their unhealed inner child. I'm talking to their unhealed heart. I'm talking to their unhealed wounds. This person needs love. They need more love, not less. They need more kindness, not less. Because remember, and I want you to check this video afterwards. I want you to check this video out. But remember this, before I go. If this was helpful, by the way, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. A lot more coming. But I want you to remember this, because you know how everyone says hurt people hurt people. We know that. We know that people who are hurt other people. That's the whole thing I just talked about in the video. People that are hurting hurt other people. So hurt people. But also, free people. Let that sink in. Free people. So that's when the self-love comes in. That's when the self-compassion comes in. That's when the self-acceptance comes in. Fill your own cup, and then you naturally pour out all that acceptance, all that compassion, all that love, naturally, without forcing it. If you want tools for that, I have a link below. Some free resources, powerful shit. So check that out. Watch this video. I'll see you there.